happy cat over there. You want one of those?
I certainly have.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Boom! And welcome to the Big Honker Podcast, brought to you by Dirty Duck Coffee. If your coffee sucks, it's not the duck. I'm Jeff Stanfield with the world famous Andy Shaver.
Got a cup full right here. Missouri Boat Red Blend. I'm back on the regular coffee.
Are you?
Sugar and cream and all the preservatives.
How much weight did you lose in 4 weeks?
I don't know, about 8 pounds or so. I didn't weigh last week, but I was down 7 after that.
You look good, Andy.
I need to gain a little bit of weight.
You fixed the beard up a little bit.
I lost some. I'll never do this diet again without working out, just because I think I lost a little bit of muscle mass.
So you're gonna do this again, like what, in April or May?
I'll do it again, definitely. It's funny now. This shit doesn't taste very good.
Doesn't?
With the sugar and the cream and all that stuff. We went to Abilene yesterday and I ate a normal diet. I don't know what all the fuss is about. Vegetables are trying to kill you, people.
Where'd you go
Get
eat
away
at?
from them. Logan's Roadhouse.
That's better in Texas, but it still sucks.
Well, I mean, here's the deal.
We went to Genghis Khan and ate or whatever
Here's
it's called.
the deal. I had gone to Roadhouse several times. Didn't get to drink beer. Didn't get to have a potato. None of that. So, by God, I was going to get my
Why didn't you go to
revenge.
Texas Roadhouse?
They were
'Cause-
closed.
Okay. Would you have went there instead?
Yeah.
After the way they treated us last time?
Fuck them. Fuck you, Jeff. You were out of line.
I was not either.
Out of line.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, you.
No. We
But
went to
anyway.
the Thai place yesterday. Crew Thai.
Yeah, hard pass.
It was good.
Cool.
Oh, that's right. You don't like that. Your family likes that food. You don't. Let me tell you something right now.
What'd you have?
Like a grilled pork dish with vegetables and stuff on rice. It was really good.
Cat.
Let me
But he
tell
had
you.
cat. He just didn't know it.
Right. Well, I didn't see any in the neighborhood.
Exactly. Exactly.
It was very, very spicy, and I had number 1 out of 1 to 4. I learned my lesson. I was like, no. They cooked something for this guy sitting next to us,
Yeah.
and it smelled so strong. My eyes were watered, and I was away from, not even in the kitchen. I thought, they're going to kill these people around here. It says on the wall, I wish I had taken a picture of it. It says, you not set at table till your full group is here. And it says, if you order something too hot or too spicy, don't tell us. It's your problem. No refunds. They have 7 seats and 7 tables in there, and if you wait for food and nobody else is here, you can sit. But if place has people
closed.
in it, you stand.
But I'm gonna do it again. I think I'm gonna just kind of eat that way most of the time.
You know, I'm proud of you because Tony lasted 4 days on the diet.
He lasted 3 weeks.
Tony
did a good job.
Tony gets on these. What's these diets called that he gets on? The fast. He's fasting.
Oh yeah, fast from.
He fasts for about 2.5 hours.
Yep.
And then he'll eat again, and then I thought you was on diet. I'm fasting again. He'll fast again. If Tony ever can figure out the metabolism right there of the fasting every 2.5 hours, he will win at this. I know he will.
I figured so. I would eat at 6 in the evening, and then I wouldn't eat again until noon the next day. So how many hours is that? That's
What time did you start?
That's an
What time
18-hour
did you start?
fast. I'd eat dinner at 6,
Uh-huh.
and then I wouldn't eat again until
Noon?
lunch.
Yeah, the 18 hours.
Noon or 1, depending on what time we got in.
But I tell you what, I want to give a shout out and some prayers for a good friend of mine right now who I feel very sorry for, Stacy Coker, because he's got to start snow goose hunting in 2 days.
Oh.
I talked to him last night, and he's like, yeah, then we're going to start snow goose, and we duck hunt until Wednesday, and then we'll start get snow goose hunting. I was like, whew. Look at Happy over there. Does that not sound fun to you, Happy?
Not right now.
Are you tired, Happy?
A little bit.
You hung over?
No.
Just
No,
tired.
just tired.
Just tired.
Yeah.
From what?
Well, I haven't gotten a good night's sleep for a while.
Why?
Been waking up every day.
You-
Still,
Did you nap yesterday?
a little bit.
You're saying yes. You must have got a good nap.
Yeah, a little bit.
You're a tired Irishman over there. Mm-hmm. Have you had a good time this year?
Yeah, it was real fun.
I was calling your name.
Yeah, it is.
You going to take your shirt off this time?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm telling you right now, Happy and Nolan are with us right now. Kid Wonder and Happy himself. I crack up every time my grandkids call you Happy for some reason. Just there's old Happy. That's the best nickname I've given anybody, I think.
Even better than Yoder.
I like Yoder a lot too, but there's been a couple of Yoders. There's been a Potter, Kid Wonder over here. So I mean, I've had a lot of different ones. You took care of the pheasant hunt. You stepped up. Bet you got a cowboy hat out of it and a cooler and some other stuff.
Yep.
Are you gonna miss all this?
Well, I'm probably going to come back next year.
Well,
so
I hope you're coming back next time. I'm trying. You're gonna miss this just for the next couple of months.
During the meantime.
give me a week and I'll be missing it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna go back up to the land of Buddy Holly.
Yep.
What's your plan when you get home?
Hang out for a couple days. Maybe go up to Upper Red Lake and go ice fishing. Maybe make a trip over to Devil's Lake, North Dakota.
Is there any ice?
Up that far? Yeah.
There's
But-
still ice.
Yeah, Clear Lake is losing a lot though. We're about.
Do y'all ice fish at home then too?
Yeah.
And y'all's ice is about gone.
Yeah, they're pulling the sleepers right now.
What was the temperature at home yesterday? Because I talked to Blake yesterday, and he said it was 65 in Grant, so he was farming.
We're actually.
It was farming.
Yeah.
We were like mid 40s,
Really?
but yeah, I think that's what it is right now. Even we're like not gonna get below freezing for a while.
Yeah, I talked to Blake, and I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm going to the fucking farm in January." He's like, "This is not good." I said, "Well, what happened? 65 degrees here today. Got to start getting shit ready."
I looked at Anoka, Minnesota. They're not even getting below freezing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the last week of January. It should be cold up there.
yeah, we should. Clear Lake shouldn't be out of the 10s or 20s.
But part of you, are you okay with that? Because like yesterday, it was beautiful here,
Yeah,
and I told the guys at my house, I was like, "It can be 75 and sunny for all I give a shit."
Yeah.
Fuck, it's over with.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I didn't look at the weather. Don't look at the wind. I don't.
Yesterday was a beautiful day.
no, I'm gonna miss the cold.
You are?
Yeah, I always do.
Really?
Yeah, I want the ice to be like thick enough I can drive out on.
I just looked at the forecast for Green Bay, Wisconsin. It looks like you'd be fucked if you're ice fishing there too.
Yeah, probably.
That's nuts. And there's outfitters that are ice fishing guys. You think we're bitching about the weather? Can you imagine them?
Oh yeah, the guy that pulling sleepers off our lake.
So he's an outfitter up there that does fishing trips. Sleepers, the camper like things.
Yeah,
That's the time I went. That's what it was like.
yeah, those things are nice.
TV, heater, the whole shebang.
TV with your jig on it with the camera on it, and then you got your actual TV to watch it.
So you can see if anything's hitting your jig underwater. That's fucking cheating.
I think so.
We
too.
should outlaw it.
I think so too.
Let's ban it
That's
right
not-
now,
That's
Jeff.
not real fishing.
No,
You got
let's ban
cameras
it.
and all kinds of shit.
Let's
they leave
ban
down
it. You and me. It's over. If you're fishing that
So-
way, you're not fishing.
You're
Now-
not fishing.
Now Nolan's old fashioned fisherman because you
Starvation
When do you
sticks.
start guiding?
March.
And you'll be where at?
I'll be in Alcova, Wyoming.
Let's get that text to you.
no,
Pull up.
no, that was my fault. I had the wrong. Give me just
Speak
a
now.
second. Nope. Don't want you to speak. I know what I did. Let's see. I forgot I'd moved that.
I can tell you right now, if something happens to Andy, there will no longer be a show.
Now do it.
Good.
Yeah, you're good now.
So where will you be at?
I'll be in Alcova, Wyoming.
Where is that at?
Pretty much right below Casper, so dead center of Wyoming.
How long will you be there for?
I'll be there in March and April.
And then you'll go up north further? Then where you go after that?
I'll head up to Cody.
Do you work for the same people in both places?
No.
So do different places you work, or do you work for yourself?
So in Alcova in March, or I guess the first 2 months, I'll work for Lawson's new boss.
Okay.
And then I'll switch up and I work for a shop up there.
Now, Lawson's new boss. Lawson changed jobs?
Well, from here, his cell phone boss.
Oh, he also has a fishing
Cell phone.
No, his
Yeah.
his cell phone boss also has a fishing camp.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's why I was confused by it.
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to go up there and you'll fish for 2 months. Then you'll go to another place. Where's the other place at now?
Cody, Wyoming.
Cody, Wyoming, and you'll be there till you come back down here.
Pretty much, yep.
You're a go-getting little shit. How old are you?
Little
21.
Little shit.
21 years of age. I've had 3 people ask me this year if you were my son. I said, well, if you've seen his mom, he could be. No, but I have. I've had 3 different people ask me this year. Is that one of your sons?
I wonder what it is.
Probably the dark eyes and the dark hair.
He doesn't have dark eyes. You got blue eyes.
And I'm old. Well, them fuckers are blind then. I don't know. I've had 3 people this year ask me if that's one of my, is that one of your boys? Well, his mom's pretty cute. So he could be. He's a hockey family kid. You've done a great job. I'm telling you right now, the maturity level that you got, all the guys have been very mature and done
You mean these
a great
three?
job. These 3 have
You
done
mean
a
these three
great
that are left?
Yeah, the 3 of them. You guys have all done a good job. But you've really, when you first came here, I was like, this kid here, we'll see. And then you talked to me like you were my boss a couple of times. I was like, this little son of a bitch is cocky too. Yeah, that's why. Look at Payne. That's when he was younger, you look a lot alike.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, you've done an excellent job. And I don't know that you've gotten any better since you've been here, because you've come in here just about like you are now, just very mature, done a great job with clients. No one has bitched about any of you guys. Nobody. And done a wonderful, wonderful job. Your parents done a good job of raising you. Yes, sir. No, sir. You do a good job. The difference is when you say yes, sir, it's not after you fuck something up and I have to get on to you the 3 times. You just say yes, sir all the time, and I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
What's been your favorite hunt this year?
Ooh, favorite hunt?
Uh-huh.
Definitely up north.
Thank you for
With me and Yoder.
that's what I want to use is the north, south, east, or west. No name of saying.
Yep. Up north with Yoder.
Which time? The first time?
Yeah, the one where it's done the most ducks
Where it went well?
ever. Yeah.
Yep. And you really enjoyed that then.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had any client that's been a real pain in your ass?
Oh yeah.
More than one?
Mm-hmm.
What,
That's just the nature of the afternoon guide, though. Like, because it's hit or miss in the afternoon.
well, even he's done more morning hunts than he has
No, I
afternoon
know
hunts.
that, but he's been the one. Him and Happy are the one that does afternoon hunts.
Yep.
And it's just you're there, and there ain't much going on, so they just vent a little bit every once in a while.
Get about 3 hours of downtime right before it starts.
Right, yeah.
What's the most frustrating? A guy with a shitty dog or a guy that won't listen?
A guy that won't listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen.
Because I don't give a shit. Like, if the dog sucks, I don't give a fuck. It's your hunt. You paid for it. You want to fuck it up? Go ahead. But if you bitch and I got to listen to it, that grinds my gears. Have the shitty dog. I don't give a fuck. Fuck this hunt up. I don't give a shit.
It's the guy that don't listen.
I don't give a fuck up. I mean, if they want to bring a dog out that's shitty and fuck up their own hunt, I don't care. I get paid the same.
No, what I'm saying is that don't bother you, but a guy bitching at not bitching, a guy that won't listen. Like you tell him, keep your head down. You look up and he's cockatooing up over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah.
Is that the hardest part of guy?
Because when he's doing that, I'm trying to get birds in. If the dog's out fucking up, I'm sitting on my bucket with my calls in my hands. I'm not gonna waste my time if you're fucking around in the kill hole. I'm gonna sit there. Go fuck it up. I'll sit here. We'll wait. But you realize that he's not listening and either pie facing it or whatever while you're busting your ass to get birds in. So that's the frustrating part. I'm chilling when the dog's out there.
What about you, Happy?
What?
What's your biggest pain in the rear with customers?
Probably just not listening, and that's about it. What Andy said, pretty much.
Doesn't it kill you that you've got a guy that comes hunting twice a year, but he's an expert?
Yeah.
I've had guys here. Well, we can call our shot. No, you can't. No, you can't either. What do you do for a living? Oh, you're an accountant. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
How many goose spreads have you worked in this year? Oh, none. But you hunted last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna let you call the shot.
Yeah.
My favorite's the clients that scout.
Oh, that wears me out too.
Hey, we found this field
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
I tried so polite this year to tell a guy, listen, I scout every morning. Tony scouts in the morning all the time. I scout in the evening. We all scout in the evening. There are not very many surprises out here. This ain't like we go around to Bend. Oh my God, there's a field with birds. I've never seen that before. In 30 years, we've gone down every county road. I know what roads to drive down when it's wet and which ones we can't. We know everything. And I appreciate you helping, but if there's birds somewhere, we know about it. This ain't like where we're driving 75 miles to scout. We drive a 10-mile loop just about. And that wears me out a lot.
My favorite pin is Lake Davis.
Oh, yeah, everybody. Did you know there's a bunch of birds up there? Yeah, that's our roost lake.
Yeah.
We're well aware of that.
That's where they all are.
You ain't gonna believe this, but that lake's been there since 1955.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know people did that.
Yeah.
You haven't had that?
No.
I get it all the time. I had one group that did it all just the whole time they were here.
No, I didn't know that they pinned Lake Davis, the roost.
Yeah. They'll pin it and send it.
Where are these birds at?
Did you know this place over there? Are you shitting me? That's where they've come from. We couldn't find them.
You cracked the code in January.
You figured it out.
We've been trying for 2 months to figure out where they were coming from.
That paved highway that goes right by it? Never been down it before.
The major state highway.
Yeah.
Just knew they came from the north. That's it.
Oh,
I haven't. I had a group one time that asked for permission to hunt at a place one time. Even they went as far to ask permission for me. I was like, I don't deal with them people.
Yeah.
I don't. You know.
Yeah.
Or I've already got that leased. You're wasting your time calling them. That's ours.
Fun stuff.
So, Happy.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite hunt of the year?
The one that comes right in my head is when we were crane hunting and we shot that mixed bag.
Oh, the old mixed bag hunt. Yeah.
That was a good hunt.
Yeah, that was a fun hunt.
Geese,
What?
ducks, and cranes. All 3 geese, too. Specks, Canadas, snows, pintails, and
Pintails.
cranes.
Who is though? What? No, don't say a name because we had the asshole of the year was already been. Well, its season's over now, but we damn sure had them this year. There's a whole group of them. Actually, we had 2 assholes of the year. We had one early in the year, and he was terrible to his coworkers, and he was nobody that wanted to be around him anymore. And then we had a group of guys here that were just a pain in the ass to everybody, and they had great hunting for Florida. What a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
What is your favorite? What's the least favorite group you've had this year? Have you? No, you don't have to say no names. Did you have anybody that was a real pain in your ass?
Yeah. The one that comes off the top of my head was pheasant hunting. I just couldn't, they wouldn't just be quiet about like, oh, we shot 100% or something like that. And they just wouldn't stop talking about shooting more pheasants than what we're shooting.
They just wore you out.
Yeah. Just kept going back and forth. And dogs aren't working right. This is wrong. This is that. And it's like, well, why am I here then?
Right.
Bring your dogs and run it.
I had told a guy that 3 years ago.
You know?
I told him, I said, I can't believe that you pay an outfitter to go hunt there as smart as you are.
Yeah.
As expert as you are, hell, you should hunt. We should be paying you to come out there with us.
Yeah.
He didn't like that.
Can't imagine why.
Do you ever get skunked fishing, Nolan?
Not really, no.
So it doesn't happen, bro.
I did at the start, but once you're on the river every day, fish kind of have holes that they sit in every day. So you know every day that there's going to be a fish behind that rock.
So
gonna be
you put your raft in. I guess it's a raft you're out of, or is it a boat?
raft.
A raft. And you go, how far down the river do you float?
It depends. Like, if I'm fun fishing, I can do 16 in a day, 16 miles. But with clients, we tend to do 4 to 9, and we just go a little bit slower.
So once you get down there, then you have to load it on a truck and take it back upriver again, right?
No, so whatever guide's not working that day, they'll go up and they grab our cars and drive them down to our takeout. So we just take out and drive right back to the shop. And be
But
done.
you carry the raft back.
Back the boat right into the river, load it up, right on the trailer.
Okay, but that's what I meant. So you float down, then you raft the trailer. So the raft goes on a trailer. It's
Yep.
not just in the back of a pickup.
Yep.
And then you take it back up river again. So every day you do the same loop. So you fish the same waters over and over and over again.
Yeah, so I'll fish like 7 to 8 different rivers, and I'll fish them every day. And then when I'm done with clients, I go to the next river and test it, see if it's ready for me to bring my clients there tomorrow.
Okay, it's my big fascinations with bears. Do you see bears all the time?
Yeah,
That would be
they're
awesome.
everywhere.
Pear spray?
I carry a gun.
No shit.
Oh.
I don't trust bear
Yeah,
spray.
fucking fuck that shit. If it's close
Well,
enough, I gotta put spray on it.
I didn't know if you could carry a gun.
The kind
It
of
was
rule
legal.
is if you do shoot one, you spray it. No.
Yeah, no shit.
You do shoot when you spray it?
Yeah.
I'm a,
How?
Yeah. Well, even if you shoot it before, you
I'm gonna-
spray it afterwards. It makes the investigation go by a little easier.
I'm gonna be in California tomorrow, and that's my logic. I'm taking. I'm gonna buy me a can of bear spray, and because I'm taking my gun with me anyways. So if I
Don't
shoot
say
some
that
dude,
too loud.
if I shoot some dude, I'm gonna bear spray him. You're telling me you would road trip to California and you wouldn't take your gun?
Well, I just don't know what the
Regulations.
reciprocity thing is.
It's gonna work. Take hitting some itch, and I'll bullshit my way out of it if it does it.
There's gonna be sitting.
I mean,
on
I'm
the
not gonna fucking
borderline waiting for the
advertise on the
murder
road. I
wagon.
got a gun in here.
Yeah.
No, I think you should stay strapped, but you're also going to communist California, so.
They're just gonna wait on that state line for the
They
murder
are.
wagon.
Well, there's Jeff.
There it
let's,
is.
let's go get him. We know he's got a gun.
I'm actually going to stay in Oregon, Brookings, so I'll be close to California. But I am going through California. But I don't know how you don't take your gun anywhere you go. So
I take it. I'm going on a road trip and I'm bringing my AR.
are you?
Fuck yeah, Jeff.
Backpack AR, baby.
Yes, Jeff. You're on the road. EMP. Nothing.
Okay, I guess I'm
Everything's
gonna
done.
take AR-10 with me then too. I can think about it.
Nothing. Just blackness. The problem is now you become a target because people want what you got. And when you ain't got much, you better be able to fight.
I'm trading Michelle's ass off somewhere to somebody. Listen, let the fat guy go. You can have her, okay? Don't go by a shoe store. So what? Andy, you talk about bear spray. How far does bear spray shoot? 10 feet?
30 yards.
Fuck that shit. Ain't
30
30 yards.
feet.
For a
30
damn grizzly
feet.
bear.
You
I'm
ever
shooting
shot
at
30
some-
feet.
30 feet.
30
You ever
feet.
shot one out?
10 yards.
It is shocking how fast that thing comes out of that canister.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you had to shoot it at a bear before?
No, but sometimes clients want to see what it does.
Can we
So I'll
push
just
that
give it a little
button?
desk pop with it. And just...
Well, desktop.
But if you're
Great
anywhere
reference.
downwind of it, you can smell it. Starts burning your nose. Your eyes are watering.
We had one of Zach's friends. Harry was our police chief at the time. This kid come over to the house. He wanted Harry to tase him. Hey, just tase me, tase me, tase me. And I'm like, I'm the mayor. I'm like, no, don't do that shit. That's way too much liability. Do not tase that kid. I don't give a shit if he's begging for it. Don't do it. He goes, well, he's pepper spray me. Looked at me. I was like, I don't give a shit if you pepper spray him if his dumbass wants to do it. So sprayed him in the fucking eyeballs. That shit. And he's and he goes, I gotta go take a shower. And he went in our house and took a shower, and he got all that water down on him. Oh, I felt sorry for that poor bastard.
Ugh.
But I would not want to have that defense against a grizzly bear. I would feel a lot safer with a bullet in its head.
Yeah.
And all the wolves that are attacking everybody in Colorado, I think they should. Everybody in Colorado should shoot every wolf they see.
They won't. I don't think they'll last very long.
The wolves, you don't. You think the people will take care of it? They should.
Everyone will do what kind of everyone does in Montana and Wyoming, shoot them in the stomach.
Ooh.
So where you live at in Colorado is Fort Collins. Did they release the wolves around there?
About 2 hours west.
Is where they're at. I can't believe there's a rancher that wanted that to happen on their property. I wonder how much of it's federal land they put it on. I can't imagine any rancher would want that on his property.
I know the first 5 they put in, it took them like 18 hours, and they were spotted in the park already in Colorado. So
I hope somebody pops them. What about you, Happy? Y'all got wolves in Iowa?
No.
Cougars.
Cougars.
Wow.
Cougars and coyotes.
So you're going to go home and ice fish. What are you going to do for work after that's over? Do you have a clue yet?
Not yet, no. Still gonna just look
You're
around.
a certified welder.
Yep.
Have you thought about going on one of these oil rigs out in the North Sea? I watch a deal on Instagram where they're out in the North Sea and they make that.
Yeah.
And they
Fuck that.
they make good money, though.
Good money, but you're in dangerous positions.
Well, that's why they pay you a lot.
Yeah. You want me to come back or not?
Well, I'd love to have you back. You do it. Yeah, I do. But you don't want to do nothing like that? No adventure?
No. I'd rather just stay around home. Just hang out, be comfortable.
Be comfortable.
Yeah.
What's crazy to think about the North Sea is that Vikings did it 1,000 years ago
In shitty
with
boats.
no navigations, pitch black dark.
That's a rough ass
And
ocean,
they made
too.
Yeah.
How many of them you think made it?
Well, obviously enough.
You know, they were a very barbaric tribe,
Very.
but they were very big on hygiene.
Well, yeah, you got to be.
Especially on a boat.
Yeah.
It's
It's just fucking anarchy if
but
you're not.
it's crazy the discipline and stuff they had at some things. But that's
What do you mean?
They just had a lot of just barbaric people but they had a lot of discipline. They there's traces of them, they say, even in Massachusetts and
Why, you
Maine
think
and
they would
stuff.
just be Neanderthals or what?
Yeah,
Just
basically.
No rules on the boat? How are you going to have order?
Well, they had it. That's what I'm saying. But they were very barbaric to each other. But what a interesting group of people that gets very little fanfare.
They should. They should get all the fanfare. That's the North Sea. That's what the Vikings went through.
In a wooden boat.
In a wooden fucking boat, no lights, no navigations, just, I think we're going the right way, guys.
But they didn't have survival suits either.
No. no
swimmers.
no life jackets either. I mean, it's crazy what they did.
That is some
I love the Vikings.
Yeah.
I love it.
Watch this dude right here on a flat head. My fat ass gets swept right off the. Gosh, hell no.
Holy fuck.
I'm seasick. Fuck
Run, Chico, run.
this. Get me back to the mainland.
Watch this one's fixing to get all its deal. I saw this the other day. They're fixing to wipe all the mast off of it.
I wonder how long it takes you to get sea legs in that.
I don't think I ever would.
I get seasick just going from Cancun to Isla Mujeres or Cozumel.
Holy shit.
Look at that. Now he's going to get a
You're
rogue wave from the side.
Straight vertical.
That's rough.
There's your crab fishing job right there.
There you go. I bet they need a welder.
Yeah.
Have you seen, there was something else going around TikTok. It was being a lighthouse attendant, and it pays, I think this was fudged up, but it said it paid like $500,000 a year
To do what?
to be a lighthouse attendant in the world's most dangerous lighthouse. But here's the deal. The lighthouse is still standing, so
Yeah.
can't be that dangerous. It's like 300 years old.
Isn't it like 6 figures to go change like The
That
poles.
lights?
That was in South Dakota.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Climb the light pole.
$20,000
per light. Or
per
whatever.
for each time he climbs. He has to do it twice a year. He makes $40,000 a year, and he works 2 days a year. We met a guy in where we at? Tony, Mackinac Island that he did took pictures of the structure, did video work. To take pictures all the time, and they paid him like $80,000 a year on the Mackinac Bridge to go check all the stress fractures, and he had to do it like once every 3 or 4 months. Had to crawl up and look around it. Let me tell you, have y'all seen the Mackinac Island Bridge? It's not the biggest bridge in the world, but it's way, way, way bigger than what I'd want to have to crawl on, especially when it's icy and cold. They have a grate on the bridge has got metal grates. So you can, when you're driving, you can see down below at you. And I'm thinking, somebody at the cheapest fucking contract got this fucking job or cheapest bid.
This says $1 million. Another video said $100,000. That's in I can't remember where that's from, but it's kind of the same thing. And like,
And a lot of OnlyFans there, or whatever the hell those are.
I mean, you got to put up with
Tinder.
that every once in a while. You know,
But how do you even get into it?
they boat you, and then you kind of go up a little shimmy rope.
Shimmy.
Screw that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. And one of those bad storms, that would probably be pretty cool to be in for a day.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But you'd always be thinking, this bitch is going to swim. How'd they build that thing, though?
I don't know.
Probably ground just eroded away from it or something.
My question is, why do we pay someone there instead of going to put like someone that's supposed to be in jail in there?
right.
Pretty much.
Well, then
Pretty
they
much jail.
then they
Dude, if he's
wouldn't-
on death row, that'd be better. I'd rather be there than on death. At least you could drop a fishing line, go fish a little bit.
Ooh.
See, I watched this guy. He's on the side, and then the wave. He's like, all right, let's go inside now. Yeah, fuck this. But they were trying to come get him. Lighthouse's name, whatever that is. In France is where it was. I thought it was in France.
What I don't understand about the whole deal is today we have all these electronic shit.
Yeah.
Put electronic light in the damn thing and a horn.
It is an electric light.
Or you don't have to have somebody there. Well, you don't have to have somebody there all the
I
time.
think it's going to go out.
What are you going to do?
You change the
the
light.
bulb?
Yeah.
They don't have like light bulbs. I don't think it's got a. I don't know how all that works, but I don't think it's much of a light bulb exactly.
Well, and it says you got to check weather conditions every day. Let boats know. Hey,
They
you
can't
got-
pick up their iPhone and
You
check
look-
what the weather
you got
conditions
the
are.
window,
You got
It's
this.
gonna be
You
clear.
got this and this going.
Bad fucking day out there.
It's a little choppy. A little choppy next to the Brittany coast.
Like-
so don't come in.
Like all those
Don't port.
on the East Coast, all those lighthouses back in the day, the guy used to have to take lantern oil up, and they'd bucket them all day long. And that was a tough job. But today they've all got new lights and stuff and electronics, and it's a little different. And that just surprises me that they still have an actual lighthouse keeper on that place.
Yeah.
That would get very lonely really, really, really quick.
Yeah,
I wonder
very
if there are
quick.
shifts or if it's like
I bet you work.
No, I think
bet
you're
it-
there for a
month or
couple
two.
months. Yeah.
Months.
Month or two by yourself.
A lot of self gratification.
I mean, as long as there's Wi-Fi, maybe. But like out, I don't know how far out it is. So, there was a lighthouse in Michigan. It's called the world's loneliest lighthouse. I got into a lighthouse kick on TikTok. So I investigated. It's called like the world's loneliest lighthouse, and it's in the middle of just fucking ice during the wintertime. I'm trying to remember where that is. But
If there's so much ice, are there even boats going?
but they didn't even have a cell phone. They didn't even have cell phone reception. So you're just
Couldn't even DoorDash a pizza.
can't even DoorDash pizza.
So you do a lot of reading.
I guess. Yeah, it was in Michigan.
you gotta be a Starlink out there.
I'll find it real quick. Here's something. I don't know if that's it or not.
That's right there. That's at Boss. That's
Lake.
at St. Joseph.
The station dates back. I don't think that's it. I think it's a different one.
That one right there, me and you just saw that.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
Okay.
No, because you couldn't walk to this one. They had to take a boat out to it.
the one we saw on vacation.
The one at Soda's Point?
Up to the right, yes.
Because a bunch of goon dicks went out there and spent the night at this place. And now I'm not going to find it.
Goon Dicks, he calls them.
Oh, fuck. I mean, they are. You're going to go out there and, oh, I think I can make it for a night. Okay. Boy, you're proving a lot, aren't you? Anyway, I'm not going to find it.
What have you guys thought about? I want y'all's take on that. I think we had a good hunting season. What do you think?
I think we get hunting season.
It was a good season, yeah.
I think so too. Andy don't think so.
I think it was an okay hunting season.
I think it was good. We just
I think November was really good. Parts of December were. And then there was a part right around Christmas to about the last 2 weeks of January that was very, very tough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying
I'd
about
agree.
out of a season, I'd say 7 out of 10.
yeah.
Especially when I talk to other outfitters, a lot of places. You know, I know some guys last 2 weeks have had a great end of their season. We had a good end of our season. But I know a lot of those guys really had some hard times when we were just having an absolutely wonderful November. Yep. So it's been a good year. I appreciate all the hard work you guys done. You guys done an excellent job. I can't think of I don't think I've been pissed off at one of you guys all year long. It's pretty good.
That's good.
I don't get mad at very many people anyways, but you guys did a good job. Y'all didn't cause me a lot of heartburn or frustration at all. So I appreciate everything y'all done. I look forward to you guys both being back here. You got anything, Andy, before that?
No, thank you guys a lot for everything y'all did. Especially the last week with it being wet and all that other good stuff. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. You guys have worked hard. And seeing you guys gel as a group has been fun to watch. So it's always fun whenever new guys come in here and pick up and become friends.
This is the wettest winter we've had in a long time.
January, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was wet in December too. It was December and January. January's really been wet though. So, anyways, let's let Yoder and Tony get on here. Thank you guys very much.
No problem.
Go take your nap, Happy.
What day are you leaving, Happy?
Either tomorrow or Thursday.
Are you staying that long too?
Yep. They're gonna go. They're gonna go hunt.
I don't want to hear any bitching about you being tired.
Y'all going hunting this morning?
No.
You're not? Be a nice crane feed over there if they just extend the season about 3 days.
You ought to go shoot that big deer out there.
Get a crane and bucket research extension.
There you go. A deprivation tag.
And a big buck tag.
I want that big buck to stay there though.
Andy, how bad's this water leak?
Bad.
I think it's
Only
coming
when
from
it
underneath.
rains.
You think it's come from below?
Yeah.
Only when it rains. Which, according
We
to Jeff, is
cocked
all
that
the
real
time.
bad last year, didn't
Well,
we?
I fixed something. I need to haul some more.
Uh-huh.
I'm fixing to drag the driveway.
Damn it! I
I'll
told Harry
cut it
before he
down.
died to get that done right. He didn't do it. Damn
Son
him.
of a bitch.
Damn it.
Okay, Yoder, your last dance, bud.
Yep, last one.
That's it.
You coming back next year for a little bit?
Yes.
I don't know. Probably not. But
I thought you were coming back for a couple weeks.
I don't know. I don't.
Okay.
You need to give
I
your
don't-
dad some
I don't want to show
stipulations.
your hand. I don't want people to
Yeah,
listen to this and be
exactly.
like, "Okay, I got you."
We gotta. You know.
We
that's
gotta-
like a midsummer talk.
Midsummer talk, yeah.
Contract negotiation.
I got you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We have a good quarter? Yeah. Well, let me bring something up.
Well, listen, we're gonna slow down in November.
Yeah. Instead of bonus, I just want some time off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your year? How'd you rate your year?
That's good.
Did you have some clients who were a pain in the butt? That's a yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yoder would get frustrated on text, I could tell.
Yeah.
It's his boyish good looks. People think they can run over him. Is what it is.
Yeah.
And then Yoder like finally has enough, and he just fucking snaps.
What's your biggest problem you have with clients? So clients out there listening can know they don't need to be that guy.
First thing is quick shooting. Don't quick shoot my ass.
Yeah, that's number one rule.
Pisses me off.
Let the guide run the show.
And then people that don't listen.
Yeah.
Just.
I didn't get quick shot at all this year.
That's because you come across as an asshole all the time.
Your clients have learned.
I mean, I got the same clients they do.
I don't know. I don't know why they don't quick shoot you. Next year, I'll make sure somebody quick shoot you.
Now it's going to be a challenge. Everybody's going to quick
Everybody's
shoot
going
me.
to quick shoot you.
But there's ways to do things.
Yeah.
Any guided hunter that way. You don't. Did you quick shoot your guide in Canada?
No.
Me neither.
Uh,
I never quick shot. When did I quick shoot?
Now the
can
truth
we
comes
can
out.
we shoot this wood duck? Bang!
He said yes.
Yeah, you screwed it up for the rest of
After
us.
the gunshot, I guess.
How did I screw it up for you?
Because we was waiting for the shot to be
When
called.
he said yes, we started shooting. Yes means Lucas didn't have a problem. He shot before I did.
Well, the guys at the other end of the blind didn't hear him.
I don't.
Y'all didn't get y'all's hearing checked.
You were pretty fucking close, Jeff.
pretty close. Is not it. I'm just quick.
Jeff is that client that everybody bitches about.
What do you mean?
that quick shooting and
I didn't quick shoot anybody. He said yes. I go, can we shoot? Yes. Boom. Okay.
Can
Yes
we shoot
is
this?
yes.
Can we shoot this wood duck? Boom. Yeah, go ahead.
on the count of 3, 1, 2, boom.
I'd never shot at a wood duck, but he told me I could shoot, so I did.
Apparently so.
In my lifetime, that's the only
All
wood
ex-
duck I've ever shot
All
at.
excited.
Yeah, I only got one shot at him because he fucking jumped to the left. No, they did the jump. I asked, are we going to see any ducks? He said, probably not. And then all of a sudden, I was like, what the fuck is that? I thought they were pigeons. And they come in low, didn't make no noise or nothing. I said, somebody goes, wood ducks, can we shoot him? He said, yes. Boom. Lucas shot before I did, and he killed one I missed. The only hunt I've ever been on the wood duck was ever even killed.
On a goose hunt. It's crazy.
I got to take
Next
a picture
couple
of
of mornings I looked, never seen one again. What Tony? How has your season went? Because you had some change. You had to break in someone new to be an assistant. You get an assistant, I don't.
Yeah, but we do a lot of extra stuff that you don't.
I do stuff y'all don't do too.
Yeah. It's nice to have somebody to help me lay lateral lines.
Yes, it is. And y'all done a good job.
Overall, I would say pretty good.
Pretty good season because
Yeah.
y'all had a lot of adjustments to make.
We did. Luckily, this year we didn't have to install any new lateral lines.
No,
Because that was a pain in the ass during the middle of the season, yes.
Yeah. We had some issues. We always do. I mean, we got a full lodge, and you're going to have things that break and go
Yeah,
down.
but overall, no water leaks really, and just we had screen doors blowing off the hinges was more problem than anything. But overall, it was pretty smooth.
I thought so too. I thought each year went pretty well.
Yeah,
We're really good.
I mean,
staff.
there's nothing major, and that's always good.
Yes, nothing broke down. I thought it was a pretty smooth year. I mean,
Yeah.
we got the same thing we do all the time, anyways. We're pretty much on the same clock. All the time.
The equipment held up pretty good all year long. It's funny. Yesterday, I went to help Yoder get the crane spread out that he left in because of the rain, and I was going to drive the Ranger from here instead of loading it on the trailer. As soon as I got on the highway, the check engine light came on. I'm thinking, boy, I'm glad it didn't do that during the middle of the morning some morning.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I parked it. I'm going to have to take it in to get serviced, but really no major.
How do
screw-ups.
we do our hunting back in the day without equipment like this?
Well, you wasn't there, so you wouldn't.
How
didn't
the
know.
hell did our first years of hunting? I guided just as much as you did.
Well, the
How do you
first year we
figure
didn't
that?
have 4-wheelers, but we was lucky because hell, we went 4
We
or
didn't
5
have four-wheel
years.
drive.
I know we went 4 or 5 years having to use 4-wheelers every day, and
Yeah, we didn't have any of that.
no,
Now it was pretty easy when we could put our whole spread in the back of a pickup.
right,
Thank God for dumb birds back then.
yeah. Well, you're looking at running 15 to 20 dozen decoys back then. Or now what we run 30 to 50,
Yeah, at least.
and then the bags and stuff. Everything is so much easier.
You think shell decoys will ever come back? Everything else in the waterfowl
I don't
business
know.
comes back.
I think to a stand, it might.
I don't know if it's so much easier just to do the full bodies now that it is, because back then you didn't hardly have any full. I remember when Bigfoot first come out,
Yeah,
and I saw them big ass feet, and I thought this bitch look like it should be in a circus.
killed lots of geese on the shell decoys.
Yes, lots of geese. I wonder if you could put out a old retro spread and do any good.
If you're on the X, you probably could.
Sure you could.
Huh?
The Minnesota guys run like 100 dozen sleeper shells. That's what they hunt over.
It's basically the same thing. Ours all look like sleeper shells. All folded in. You put them in a big old green army bag, duffel bag. Those are good old times. Mm-hmm. So, what are you gonna miss the most, Yoder, about not hunting guiding anymore?
I don't know everything. I just enjoy it all.
You've got a lot of passion for this.
Yeah.
A lot of passion. As much as anyone I've ever been around as a guide, and you've really grown into a great guide. Excellent job. From the hunting, the scouting, the paying attention, reading your customers, visiting with people, being in charge, you've really grown a lot in the last 3 years, and I hate to see you go.
The responsibility is just great.
Yeah, because I don't
Very
worry about
responsible.
anything with you guys, and everybody in this room is the same way. If them guys tell me something's going on, I know it's done right. You need to find you something you like to do in life.
Yeah.
And everybody does. I tell people that all the freaking time. Live your life and do what you like to do, because life is way too short. But you're a really good hand, and I appreciate so much what you've done. You've done an excellent job.
I try.
If you go back to Michigan, you win the lottery, and you don't ever have to work again, we'd like to see you every 3 months down here, because you've done a really good job.
And you're a killing machine.
What are you going to miss the most?
The Lions going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. we don't need to talk about that. I almost cried.
I don't blame you, dude. That is identical to being a Packer fan.
Yeah.
We lost a heartbreaker to Seattle. I mean, it's just all the time. You're like, oh, this is our year. And then it's like, oh, fuck.
The
It
hard
wasn't.
part is it's hard to get back to that spot again.
Did you hear what Dan Campbell said to his players?
Everybody's gunning for us.
Yep.
It's going to be twice as hard to get here next year.
Yep.
Well, especially with his dumbass making stupid stuff calls. I don't care what you say. Piss poor game management by him. Piss poor. You got to kick the field goal to tie the game up.
Yeah.
You have to do that. Yeah. The first one he went for, I understand, but man, you had to put him. You had a chance to put him down by 3 or 4 possessions at one time.
Yeah.
George Kittle after the game said they had us on the ropes.
Well, I
had us.
feel partially responsible for the Lions' loss
Why's that?
because they was kicking ass, and I got on the group text and told Yoder my fingers were crossed, and they went downhill instantly.
So it was your fault.
So it's my fault. I'm sorry, Detroit Lion fans.
Thanks, Tony.
They says, I think it was Shannon Sharp was saying, the momentum is going to swing at some point in the ball game. How much distance have you created when the momentum swings? You didn't put enough distance. You should have kicked a field goal. That's 3 more points. That's a little bit more distance for when that momentum starts to swing back. You got just a little bit more. Dan Campbell cost them 6 points. They lost by 3.
Well, and I heard another pundit talking yesterday on the radio, and I didn't know who it was, but he made a lot of sense. He said, we blame Dan Campbell for the loss because he's ultimately in charge. He made some decisions that weren't very smart, probably. He said, but I didn't see Dan Campbell drop a pass.
Nope.
Not one pass. And he goes, if some of them people execute what he did, then they do get first downs. But he said, that's also a chance on every play you take. He said, if it's 4th and 1 and you go for it and you get stopped, it's because somebody missed a block.
It was fucking crazy. Like, they just started dropping the ball in the second half.
Yeah.
I mean,
Josh Reynolds dropped one
bad,
on.
wide
he's-
open.
And he's got good hands usually.
Yeah.
He's really a good receiver.
Like, they
Amon-Ra
just
St.
went
Brown
to
dropped 3.
dog shit in
Yeah.
the second half.
They had the,
I don't know if they were nervous in the second half. I don't know if they were playing not to lose.
what do they
but
call that, the gyps?
They played tight the second half, and they dropped a lot of balls.
And they still had a chance to win. But I thought when he didn't go for that field goal, it would have tied the game up. And out of all the teams that played, the Detroit had the worst defense of any of the 4 teams left. I think that's a given. That's not knocking on Detroit, but that's the truth. Out of the 4 defenses, they had the worst defenses. And
But this is the second game that San Francisco should have lost.
that's right.
Green Bay had them on the ropes and couldn't capitalize. Young team. It is what it is. And Detroit had them. And Detroit's also young.
Do you think it's fair Brock Purdy catches all the shit he gets? Because I think Brock Purdy's really a good quarterback, and he played lights out in the second half.
Yeah.
When he broke out and he ran, he's faster. I thought it was Daniel Jones running out there, white boy with some wheels.
I told you on the pick'em, Detroit cannot stop running quarterback, even though Brock Purdy isn't a running quarterback.
He sure looked like it.
Yeah.
He played
fooled
lights
me.
out.
Yeah.
He's played great. He catches so much shit all the time, and I don't know if it's just jealousy or what it is, but he's a man of the system. Let me tell you what.
Top 5 draft pick in fantasy football. I think he
He'll
was
be a
number
top,
3. I think he was
top
number
5 quarterback.
I think he was number 3 this year.
He'll be a top 5 quarterback. He was not a top 5 draft. I mean, I'm not going
You
to take.
think he'll be a top? So you're going to go in no order: Mahomes, Lamar.
I don't think
Allen,
Mahomes is a top 5 fantasy
Jalen
quarterback
Hurts,
no more.
Brock Purdy.
I would take Brock Purdy over Mahomes. Mahomes names something else, but at fantasy quarterback wise, Mahomes is not very. They don't score. They average 17 points a game.
Yeah.
I mean, he is he is the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. I'm going to say this right now. If they're going to probably win the Super Bowl, this is probably what's going to happen. I don't think San Francisco can beat Mahomes. He's going to have 3 Super Bowls in 6 years, the same as Tom Brady. I think he's going to end up catching him probably.
He's not putting up the numbers that he used to, though.
No, because they're a different football team now.
They don't have a Tyreek Hill.
But if the game was on the line, would you want him under center? Would you want anybody over him? I wouldn't. I think he's the best there is. And he doesn't have a great receiver set either. He doesn't have no great receivers.
Now, I read some stuff the other day that they were talking about the colors for the Super Bowl had been leaked. Do you think there's anything to that?
Well, it was purple.
It was wrong.
They lost.
purple.
Is that what it was?
Purple and red.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think the NFL scripted. I don't think you can have a guy kick a 55-yard field goal with 1 second left and script that's going to happen because there's a good chance he's going to miss it. I don't think it is. I'm not saying officials don't call. Some guys get more calls. The Chiefs seem to be the benefactor of a lot of calls.
Can you have receivers drop balls that they should have caught, though?
You think the receivers in on that? I don't think
know.
receivers are in on it.
This is the points: Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy.
Yeah, where's Mahomes? Way down the list.
Right here by
That's
Tua and
by Baker Mayfield. But that's where he's at now.
No, hold on. That's where he was this year.
I don't think it's going to be any different next year.
They haven't done free agency. They haven't drafted anybody.
They don't. I don't think they can afford anybody.
Well,
They're
that
paying
is
their
gonna be true.
their defensive tackle makes a shitload of money, and he's well worth it. That's the best money they ever spent. Chris Jones is a beast.
So, and Brock Purdy was tied with Jordan Love, 366. So that's 6. Number 6 ranked quarterback, according to CBS.
Brock, the list will be different because somebody's going to take Mahomes first again, just because of his name. I'm telling you right now, if I had the first pick, I'm taking C.J. Stroud as my first quarterback.
That was my thoughts.
What a player! C.J. Stroud is a stud. Anyways, let's go back to the deal. So, do you think Detroit is going to have a hard time winning their division next year? Because I think Green Bay's really improved this year.
Yes.
And what's Minnesota going to do?
Did you see what Cousins leaked out what he wants?
Go to Atlanta?
No, 2 years, $90 million, $45 million a year, which is he's worth it.
I bet they don't do that.
I bet they don't do that either.
No, but somebody's going to.
Somebody will,
Somebody
but I
will pay
bet
him.
Minnesota don't.
Atlanta probably would. They're a quarterback away from being really pretty good. There's a couple of teams out there that just need every team out there that's lacking. That's what you need. I saw a stat yesterday said if you've got a top 10 pick, you better take a quarterback, because if you don't, you're going to be having to play the kid from Kansas City, and he's going to be a better quarterback than what you have, and that's the only way you're going to beat him. Is you got to get Pittsburgh Steelers with Kirk Cousins. It'd be a huge improvement for them.
That'd be crazy.
What gets me is the Cowboys fans' hatred to Dak.
Oh,
They want to get rid of Dak.
Dak is Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
Exactly right. Did you know Brock Purdy's won more playoff games than Lamar Jackson and Dak Prescott combined in his career already?
Yeah, makes sense.
He's won 3 playoff games now.
Who's Minnesota's backup?
They didn't have one. It was Dobbs. It was
that's right.
Mullins. It was all sorts of people.
Yeah.
They have to sign Kirk Cousins. Them more receivers they've got, that offense, all they need is Kirk Cousins. And what's bad is this might have been Kirk Cousins in them year. They were really good, and his numbers were incredible.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the Michiganders. Y'all almost had it.
They won the national championship in football. They can't win everything.
Yeah, but you want it all, Jeff.
Yeah.
When you're in that position, you want it all.
And the
want both of the
Pistons are
big ones.
setting all kinds of records.
Yeah.
Would they lose 28 in a row?
Yeah.
It was a record, NBA record, 28 losses in a row or something. Did you see where the guy in Vegas bet all the money on them not to win a game in 2023 and they won on December 31st?
Who, Matrix Mac or whatever?
No, this was
He lost his ass in the Houston game.
Some other guy,
Oh.
and he needed to put. He was going to win $500,000. I don't know how he kept parlaying the deal, but he had $500,000. Because I told Payne, I said, if he's smart, he'll go down and bet $250,000, go borrow money, and hedge his money. He's still going to make $250,000 off the deal. And he's going to go with it. Well, he went to 0. Mattress Mac is smart. He ain't losing any money. He makes those bets, and those people come in and buy shit, and he gets an insurance policy. And if it hits, his insurance policy covers everything. If not, his sales are through the roof.
I guess I don't know what he does.
He has a furniture store in the Houston area.
I guess that would make
Mattress
sense.
World Mac. And anyways, he bets millions of dollars on shit all the time.
Yeah.
And he always hedges it that if the Astros win the World Series and you buy new furniture in the next 90 days, the Astros win the World Series, it's all free. It's all on me. So people go in and buy shit, and then he hedges his bet against an insurance policy. And so if they win the World Series, his insurance company pays all them people off. If not, he collects a bunch of money. I think he won $5-7 million on a football game last year.
Wow.
But he always tries to find somebody from Texas involved.
Something to get rally behind.
To get interest. But he does baseball. He does everything.
Yeah, when he does lose, it looks like he lost a lot, but he really don't lose.
No, but he's playing against each other himself. But he gets all these people and he gets free publicity.
He's winning.
Here we
against
are in
himself.
Knox City, Texas, talking about Mattress Mac. It's pretty damn good.
Good publicity.
Yeah, I think it's Furniture World or some shit. But he sells a shitload of furniture in the Houston area.
I mean, I figured he had to do something with a mattress, but maybe that's where he hides his money. I don't know. I didn't know how he got his name.
Every year you've worked for me, you're going to go home and ice fish. Every year. And I don't think
Not
you've
last
gotten
year.
to. Last year you didn't. You had to
No.
boat fish.
Yeah.
So are you going to be able to ice fish now, or are you going to be on a boat again?
Ice is just about gone.
Will ice come back this time of year? Or is it over usually?
If it comes back, it'll only be for like a week or 2. So
Does it make the fishing different?
not really. No.
That just the northerners and ice fishing is just an amazing deal. They love it. You said you used to go by yourself and fish at your grandpa's all the time.
Yep. My grandpa and I used to go out there.
And just sack them up. Do you eat fish all the time?
I do. I love fish. Yeah.
Now, do you have cameras in your holes?
I don't have cameras. I do have a camera, but I don't like it.
Do you feel like you're cheating if you do it? No, you fish.
yeah, exactly.
You fish some fishing tournaments too,
Yep.
bass fishing.
Yep.
And you won a couple, didn't you?
Yeah. I've won, I don't know, 5 or 6.
So
7.
was this the next Maddie Robertson? Are you going to be able to one day?
No, I'm not that good.
How do you know?
There is a tournament. I'm going to do the Bassmaster Open on Lake St. Clair this year. So
Get out there.
Is the elite guys there at the same time?
Fucking rip
there'll
some
be
lips.
some of them, but I don't think most of them won't be.
When you fish these tournaments up there, like how many boats will be in there?
The biggest one I've fished in, I believe there was 110.
Is this the fishing like where the walleye guys cheated?
It's kind of like that. But
Same way. What's a money payout on a deal with 110 people?
a couple grand.
Them guys on that walleye deal, they were winning some big time shit boats and everything
Yeah.
else.
They got
done
them
that.
in like a deer poaching thing too, I think.
Yeah.
They've done that 2 or 3 years, didn't they?
They did it, I think, for over they won $200,000 or $300,000 worth of shit in 3 or
Right.
4 boats. And what sucks is the guy that gets second wins $3,000, and the winner wins $50,000 in a boat.
Yeah.
And they, there's some boys pissed off still. Maud at the trailer, she's madder than shit because Bubba would have won that damn fishing trip if a dickhead wouldn't have cheated.
Yeah.
You know, the gentleman that we hunted with in October, that's what he does. He fishes them tournaments.
The walleye guy,
Right.
David Wall, or Roy, as Americans call him, boy. Really nice guy.
That was a really good time.
It was a damn good time.
What was your favorite hunt of the year, Yoder? We asked the other two goon dicks.
Of this year,
Yeah.
probably one up north with Nolan.
Ah, 2 for 2.
Y'all left shooting them cotton tops, huh?
Did y'all give each other hand jobs on the way? Like, what? why is this both of y'all's favorite? I mean,
2 boys went up north. And
came back men.
I don't know.
if you had to go live in a prison,
Yeah.
and you had to pick one guy on the staff to be there with you, one of the guides, who would you want with you?
Nolan, after what he saw up north, he's picking Nolan.
Anybody works at the lodge. If you was in prison, and you had to have a cellmate. Who would you want?
Tony.
Why Tony?
Because he's, you know.
Protection.
Yeah,
Protection.
Protection.
God damn, he's fat.
You don't want somebody that's going to leave trash everywhere. That's not a good
Yeah.
roommate.
No, I don't want, no.
No
no
shit. No.
No.
No slobs in a cell.
We gotta keep things tidy.
That's right.
So, what are your summer plans? Anything?
Work,
Work?
bass fish.
Motocross any? Just for fun now?
Yeah, just if I feel like it.
Did y'all know that he has a classic Camaro? Oh yeah, it's 69, isn't it?
Yep, 69 Camaro.
Do you drive it much?
Well, that's
There's another
that's
story.
that's another
So
story.
it's not running right now.
No.
What did you
It's
need?
on
To do?
blocks in the
So my
barn.
dad and I bought it from Kentucky, and then we got it back home. I drove it a couple times, whatever. Well, the body was starting to get some like holes in it and stuff, so we sent it off to get restored. Well, it's still getting restored,
Oh, them restoring
And
guys
that's
take
like-
fucking forever.
and it's like 7 years now.
No
Holy
shit.
shit.
You sure
Yeah.
it's even still there?
It is. I've seen it.
Okay. It's a local guy
Yeah.
Is the old boy driving it?
No.
No.
No, it's on the lift.
for 7 years.
Yeah.
What the
can't
fuck's he
be.
waiting on?
I don't know.
That's the difference between guys in that business that are successful and guys that aren't.
Yeah.
It's like taxidermists too. Our taxidermist that we use here, he gets shit out. He does a very, very good job. I've had the guys just like that before. I've had, we don't collect a dime for taxidermy. It's a service that we give for a guy. He comes and picks your birds up and he does a great job. But I've had those guys before that, well, goddamn, I called him 9 months ago. He ain't called me back. And shit like that. The same with these restore guys. It's just wasting space. You'd think you'd want to get it out so he can get paid.
Yeah.
Is that not frustrating to you?
Oh, it is.
That would wear me. I'd be on his phone every day.
Yeah.
We have a guy.
It's aged a decade almost since you
No
first got it.
shit.
So it's just getting older.
Went up in value, $35,000.
Yeah.
Now your dad
Hadn't
has
put no
one
miles
too.
on it.
Yeah. His is a drag race car. He doesn't race it anymore, but
Is your dad a motorhead?
yeah.
Does he have a lot of classic cars?
Not a lot. He's got a 69 Camaro, and then he's got his cars that he drag races with. And then he's got a 2022 Camaro.
I went and got my the murder wagon. Had some work done on it the other day, and I walked out, and the guy's like, "Hey, you want to buy your vehicle?" They had a black Batman Z28 there. I thought, boy, it'd be fun to drive that some bitch. But boy, it'd be tough to explain that shit.
new Scout and rig.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy is Camaros are not really expensive. It's not like a
Classics are probably worth more than
a
those.
bunch more.
Yeah.
I think you can buy a brand new Camaro, fully everything out for $35,000 maybe. I'm sure I'm off on that, but they're not very expensive. No. It's not like buying a pickup.
Hell no, pickups are expensive. Even the basics.
You could buy 2 Camaros for the price of one decent pickup nowadays. It's crazy. What do they call the Suburban Tahoes, the Broncos, not AT, what do they call them? SUVs and pickups is where your fucking market's at. And then you go to big cities, you don't see none of them. All you see them fuckers driving them little electronic bastards.
Did you hear all the electronic cars that was stranded in the snow?
Yeah, everywhere. And there ain't nothing to do. Someone has a great business plan. Have you seen the 18-wheeler that goes to these things like that? He's got these big generators on a thing. Plug them in. Oh, they charge the shit out of you, too.
I bet.
But if you're stuck in a snowbank and for $1,000 and you can get a 1-hour charge to get you somewhere, you're going to pay $1,000 bucks. If you don't want to pay it, okay, I'll go down there. See you in August.
Yeah.
Somebody pay the tow truck the same price to get your ass out of there.
What was your favorite part of the year, Tony?
Well, I came out of retirement this year to guide, and I guided 3 times.
How was your hunt? What was your bird kill average? Because I'm going to give you credit here. Back when Tony used to guide, I used to listen to all the other guys bitch all the time. Well, Tony gets to hunt the X all the time. He always gets to hunt the X. And he didn't. It was a fair deal. Tony killed a lot of birds. Tony was the worst goose caller on the staff, but maybe the best hunter on the staff.
When I call, birds fall. That's what I used to say all the time.
How'd you do? You got it 3 times.
We got it 3 times. The first weekend of season, killed limited specs Saturday and limited specs on Sunday.
Who'd you hunt with?
Hunted with Bitchy Blake.
2 days?
2 days. And then the funnest hunt I was on was with you when we killed the widgeons. Up north.
Up north.
With Pete.
Someone referred to you as a fake guide on that trip. One of you guys did. Said Tony's fake guiding day.
I was fake guiding. We had 3 or 4 volleys before Andy got back to the spread.
How's that a fake guide? Because if I do that, I'm taking credit for that shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would have too.
I had my widgeon whistle. Yeah. What was really neat is when we was packing up, we had flocks of 100 and 200 coming into the pond.
So you were 3 for 3 this year on
3
limits.
for 3.
Pretty damn good deal right there.
100%.
100%.
Might have to retire again on them numbers.
3 for 3.
Put that on your headstone. His last 3 hunts.
3 for 3.
3 for 3.
Well, I was really wanting to hunt more, but my old ass, my back went out on me. Unless you had back problems.
All summer long, that's all I heard was Tony's going to. I'm going to guide more this year.
I was
this year. I'm going to guide. They started
and
out
I had a good
weekend.
start, didn't I?
And he goes, then after that, he told me, he said, "Listen, unless I just have to hunt, I don't need to hunt." And you didn't even guide deer hunts much this year, did you?
No, a few.
You did,
yeah.
And you were 100% on them too.
100% on them.
Pete is going to come arrest Tony.
It's
I'm almost as good as a killer as Logan is.
It's just we're cheating our clients by not having Tony hunt more. Yeah. With stats like that, we're robbing them.
If you'd like to hunt with Tony, if you'd like to hunt with Tony, just please let me know and I will put that on the books.
Right? Yeah, Tony. We're cheating our customers.
I laugh. Tony, come there. It's 13 days in a row you're working. Like, fuck.
Kind of like the old days.
Everybody recruited you. Everybody requested you today.
All your old customers are about dead now too.
Yeah,
there's not very many of them.
Not very many of them. I used to like to consider myself the OG. Yeah, the old guy.
Well, you are the old guy for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a wonderful, wonderful year. I can't thank everybody around here for working hard enough. Everybody in here. I have the easiest job in the whole place. I do. I tell people that all the time. I have the easiest job here. Tony takes care of making sure everything around here runs. Everything's when it fucks up, it's his fault. But he does a really good job of keeping everything under the deal. He takes care of the deer hunt. I hadn't filled a deer feeder up in years. I don't even know where some of the deer feeders are. Tony takes care of all of that stuff.
When did you fill deer feeders up?
I've helped before, but it's been a long time.
He drove.
Remember that time you got that brand new pickup and I hit the plow with it?
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
That's honest to God. It's the honest to God truth. We went in mud. It's a mud, and he'd have to get in the ruts, and the truck slid just a little bit out, and there was an old plow there, and it caught the rear quarter panel or rear whatever you call it, wheel weld, and just the whole fucking thing picked back up. I looked at it, and Tony's like, son of a bitch, went over there and just pushed it down. So it looks good. Nobody can tell.
Hey, I will tell a
Nobody
funny
will
deer
ever know.
story. Jeff and I, he actually helped me a couple of times on the feeders. And a friend of ours in town, we let them deer hunt on one of our places. And he put a plastic snake in the feeder mechanism. And he told me about it. Well, about 2 months later, I forgot about it. And Jeff and I were at that feeder, and that plastic snake fell out and scared the piss out of us. Well, we let him deer hunt on a place of ours, and a big cold front came in. And a friend of ours killed a 5-foot rattlesnake a couple of days before, and he gave it to me. So I saw him at a football game. I said, hey, Ronnie, you going deer hunting in the morning? No, it's cold. I don't think I am. I said, man, we saw a big-ass deer on your feeder this morning. Oh, really? Yeah. I said, I'd be hunting if I was you. Well, earlier that day, I went and I rolled that dead rattlesnake up in his blind. And Ronnie's a big guy like me, fat motherfucker. So he's bald headed. So Saturday morning, I saw him, or Saturday afternoon, I saw him, and he had a big old cut on his top of his head. And I go, what in the hell happened? He goes, you son of a bitch. He said, I got into my deer stand about 7:30.
His wife had him on a diet.
Yeah, he was on
carb diet.
Atkins diet. He said, I snuck me a fried pie in there. And he said, I reached down to grab that fried pie. And he said, I saw that rattlesnake. He jumped up and hit his head on the top of the blind. He said he tripped over the log getting out of the blind.
Big old fucking cut on his
I
head.
still laugh every time I think about that.
The good old days. God almighty, we've had a lot of times.
Lucky he didn't have a heart attack. Eating the fried pie and just keeled right over.
Well, anyways, Tony takes care of everything around here maintenance-wise. Michelle takes care of all the meals. I don't ever worry about the meals. I don't worry about our deer hunters. I don't worry about the podcast because Andy does this stuff and takes care of all that. My job is to sell stuff, and sales are good, but they sell themselves. And for me to deal with any kind of fires that need to put out. Everybody knows what I do around here. But I have the easiest job. Everybody else has a tough job.
Yeah, but I would rather be outside doing what I'm doing than do what you do.
And I would
I
much
damn
rather
sure
do.
don't want to
Put out fires.
put out fires.
No, there's no doubt when things go to shit, I look in that office and I'm like, where the fuck did everybody go?
We can all disappear. Jeff gets stuck.
And that's a role I like. But there are times I wish the hell I could walk out and not worry about problems.
We look like happy when Jeff was on the phone the other day.
Well, I'm out of here, guys.
We run a big operation, and we've got great people all the way around the wheel. What do they say? Without the spokes in the wheel, it couldn't roll.
Yes.
And I mean, it takes everybody. Andy doing the social media and the podcast and guiding, and I mean, it takes everybody. The cleaning ladies, all you guys, we couldn't thank y'all enough. I mean,
It's a team.
it's a team.
And it is around here. And everybody's important, you know, from the guy who takes the trash out to the ladies that mop the floors to the ladies that are dicing food, the enchiladas. Everything we do around here is because of a team. And it takes a team to run an operation as big as this is, and it all the time. It's hard to believe that me and Tony started out of the back of a pickup guide and hunt to turn it into this, because that's how we started.
We had to guide hunts to have a place to hunt.
Yes, and that's how it started. That's how it with a lot of people. I had a young man call me yesterday, and he's an outfitter, and he's been I think he's been this his first or second year, and he was telling me about how life was and stuff. And I told him, I said, bud, you just got to keep going at it, because I'm going to tell you right now, in my 30 plus years of doing this shit, I have met so many guys that are going to turn this world upside down in this business that on year 3 are nowhere to be found. Because it's a tough gig to get into. And it's getting tougher every day. But it's also easier, because it's easier to advertise yourself, to make yourself an outfitter, instead of having to set up and do it the right way. So,
Moving forward, we will have some openings for some guide positions.
yes, I'm going to have
We got some people that are
three.
not. We've got some people that are moving on.
Yep.
So, email us. We'll start, I guess, now. Start emailing resumes. It's February, basically.
Send me a resume, Goose, GOOSE, at West, WESTEX.net. I've had about a dozen so far already.
Oh, good. Well,
And that's the people that we're gonna have to hire probably about 3 guides.
And
the
you've
pay
hired
is
my
awful and the hours are terrible. So,
you've hired my right hand man.
Yes,
so.
your assistant's already been hired for next year, so we're in good shape.
if you don't like shitty pay and terrible hours, this is not the place for you.
Yes. Lexi does a good job. She has really stepped up her game too, man. She takes care of our videos. She takes care of our pictures. She done a wonderful job again this year, and she is someone she does a lot of things. She helps in the office a lot, and I really gonna miss. I'm not gonna miss her. She's gonna be back next year, but she's done a really wonderful job for us.
And thank you for dog sitting this summer.
Huh?
dog
yes,
sitting.
and the dogs are going to Pennsylvania with her. We're going to drop them off. Happy tried to pull it off, and his dad nixed that shit pretty quick. Michelle told me, she goes, I felt really bad for Happy.
Just cut your nuts right out from under you.
Well, Dad pulled out the old cat. Actually, your sister screwed you over by the cat she left at home, huh?
Yeah.
The cat take precedence.
No.
The dad likes the cat, though, right?
Yeah, like every animal that lives there, he loves, but
He don't want no more.
yeah. I don't.
So if you brought it home, it would be okay.
Yeah. I'd get bitched at for the first 2 weeks.
Oh shit, Dad! I forgot to unload the dog.
I'd get bitched at.
You guys, I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have always got a place here. You're welcome. Logan, if you can't come back and guide next year for a couple of weeks, the first weeks of November when we need you, you still can. You're always welcome up here. And you guys are always family around here, and I do appreciate everything y'all do. It's vacation time now.
That's right.
Andy's going skiing. Me and Tony got to work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeff's
I'll be the one working.
Jeff's leaving before me.
I'll be cleaning trash out of the guide kitchen.
No, that's taken care of.
Oh,
Oh, I thought
Awesome.
it was taken care of.
Yeah. No shit.
All right, everybody. I hope it's been a great waterfowl season. It has been for us. Lots of memories here. Thank you guys, and love you. Bye. Watch for deer.
God bless.
Check out all of our sponsors. Go check out MLR Graphics, Boss Shot Shell, Pacific Calls. Use the promo code BHP25. Dive Bomb Industries, Dirty Duck Coffee, Shin Gear, Looking Glass Podcast, Lucky Duck, Ducks Unlimited, Double T British Kennels, Mossberg, Stanfield Outfitters, Alpha Outdoor Specialties, and Hemp Hill Farm. Use that promo code BHP.